rhythms and movements, dance music, cultures, book series, the dance of connection, memory and soul. The Dance and Music Cultures Trilogy by Thomas Tcheuffa, aka Tropical Dance, Escape, Salsa, Everybody. When we move, we remember. When we dance, we heal. When rhythm meets memory, we become one. Thomas Tcheuffa. The story behind the series for centuries, dance and music have carried what history tried to erase. Long before the word civilization, there was rhythm, the first heartbeat of humanity. Before the book, before the classroom, there was the drum. It spoke the language of connection, community, and spirit. Rhythms and Movements is more than a trilogy. It's a living archive, where body, sound, and soul meet. It bridges Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America, tracing how our dances, our music, and our energy survived, evolved, and united the world. Rhythm is not only movement, it is the medicine of memory, a pulse that heals what history divided. This work reveals that to move is to remember, and to remember is to become whole again. The trilogy, Dancing as One, the power of connection before technique. Before perfection, there is connection. This book explores how we truly move with someone, not against them. From the African circle to the Latin embrace, from Kizomba to Salsa, it unveils the psychology, emotion, and spirit of leading and following as one. It's about the invisible conversation that turns two bodies into one heartbeat. Why read it? To rediscover unity, empathy, and presence through dance. This is not a dance manual. It's an invitation to feel unity through motion. Teaching approaches in dance and music education is not about teaching steps. It's about awakening rhythm. This book calls for a revolution in how we teach dance and music, blending culture, science, and spirit. It offers practical frameworks for instructors, educators, and creatives who want to pass on rhythm as memory, identity, and joy. Why read it? To decolonize learning and bring life, culture, and connection back into the classroom and studio. Because to teach rhythm is to teach humanity itself. Rhythms and movements, way of life. Through music, foods of the soul, the same rhythm that feeds the spirit feeds the body. This volume is a sensual journey, exploring how music, movement, and food carry our identity and nurture our communities. From Afro-Cuban drums to Caribbean spices, it celebrates how culture heals, how rhythm unites, and how we can live more soulfully. Why read it? To reconnect with culture as nourishment. For mind, body, and soul. You don't just read this book, you taste it. You feel it, you live it. A movement born from Africa, every dance we know, salsa, bachata, kizomba, samba, compa, rumba, samba, jazz, hip-hop, was born from the same ancestral drum. These rhythms are not separate cultures. They're echoes of the same mother. Africa rhythm belongs to no one and to everyone. It flows through all of us, the universal heartbeat of the human story. This trilogy proves that rhythm is not entertainment. It's education, resistance, therapy, and truth. The rhythm we dance to today is the same heartbeat that carried our ancestors through the storms. Thomas Tcheuffa. The purpose: to reconnect people to their roots through movement. To teach that dance is not decoration, it's communication. To bridge art, education, and spirit as one global language. To remind the world that rhythm is the memory of humanity, because rhythm belongs to no one and to everyone. It flows through all of us, the universal heartbeat of the human story. These books are for dancers, educators, musicians, artists, and thinkers, for anyone who believes that rhythm is not learned but remembered. The author's message: I wrote these books to remind us that every step we take is an echo of history. That when you dance, you're not imitating, you're invoking. You're calling back the spirit of those who danced before you. Dance is not luxury, it's legacy. Music is not sound, it's soul. Rhythm is not movement, it's memory in Motion dance is how the body prays without words. Through dance, we remember what humanity forgot. Thomas Tcheuffa, where the two trilogies meet. The Africa trilogy reveals the origin, the truth. The Rhythms and Movements trilogy gives it heartbeat and motion. Together, they tell one story, from the origin to the movement. Truth is memory. Memory is rhythm. Rhythm is freedom. Because before the dance, there was the drum, and before the drum, there was Africa. The origin of the world and rhythm and movement, dance music, cultures, book series, a dual trilogy. Books by Thomas Tcheuffa exploring Africa's ancestral truths and the global language of dance. Music, Cultures, Human Connection, 2025, Thomas Tcheuffa. All rights reserved. Trilogy I. The African Trilogy Origins, Memory and Identity Maman Africa, the real Africa before time, before slavery, before colonization. Beyond the myths, Africa's divine memory, the forgotten gods, Orishas and ancestral power, reclaiming the sacred stories and spiritual wisdom of Africa. The truth, Black people are Earth. The untold origins of humanity, melanin, and the power of the first people. These works reframe Africa not as a continent of absence, but as the original source of human civilization, knowledge, and spirit. They invite readers to question inherited narratives and embrace the ancestral truth that unites all humanity. Trilogy 2. The Dance and Music Cultures. Trilogy Rhythm, Education, and Global Connection, Rhythms and Movements. The dance of connection mastering partnered dance and the magic of becoming one. Rhythms and Movements. Teaching approaches in dance and music unveiling. The art and culture of dance through education, technique, and passion, rhythms and movements. Way of life through music. Foods of the soul exploring global dance music cultures and the spirit that moves us. From African drums to Latin rhythms, from sacred dances to social movements, these works reveal how rhythm becomes memory and how movement becomes a universal dialogue of the soul. When you understand Africa, you understand the world. When you understand rhythm, you understand the soul. Thomas Tcheuffa. About the author Thomas Tcheuffa is a cultural educator, author and dancer whose mission is to bridge rhythm, memory, and truth. Founder of Salsa Everybody and the Tropical Dance Escape Festival, Thomas has spent over 30 years exploring the connection between African and Afro-diasporic movement cultures. His books combine research, art, and spirit, awakening dance as a universal language of healing, unity, and remembrance. He believes that every culture holds a rhythm that speaks to the divine. Available in English and French, ebook, paperback, hardcover, Amazon.com, author Thomas Tcheuffa, infosalsaeverybody.com, https, salsaeverybody.com monthly, events category Rhythms Movements, Unlocking the Secrets of Dance Music, Cultures, FB Group, https, www.facebook.com, groups, 2397873619427, www.salsaeverybody.com, Rhythms and Movements, Dance as Memory, Music is Medicine. Thomas Tcheuffa, Dance Culture, Afro-Latin Unity, Cultural Education, Salsa Everybody, Tropical Dance Escape. Pray, the Africa Trilogy, Pray Dance Music Cultures, Movement as Healing. We Are the Rhythm.